This journey I'm on is about helping others find love and happiness in all forms, to recognize their own inner wisdom by discovering themselves and unlocking clarity. See, you were chosen to live your best life, so trust your intuition, listen carefully, see beyond your now, feel the powerful energy inside you. I'm here to show you that joy is the key. Welcome to Why You Tarot for readings all about you. Hello, you guys! It is your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my boos? I missed you guys. As always, as usual, welcome back to Why You Tarot for readings all about you. I'm excited to be doing another purpose reading where we discover what is next on your journey. And today we are doing it for the Libra gang. So let's get into it. So the first message is coming from the ancestors is Air Guardian. Ooh, you're an air sign. So it says shift your perspective. Sorry, shift your perception. So in regards to the air energy, okay, that's all in the mental space, okay? That's all in your mind, pretty much from like the neck up. So when it comes to things you're thinking of, sometimes you can get really caught up in your mind about why you shouldn't or why you should, or just over analyzing things. You can really get caught up in your mind. So with the air guardian, I feel like they're trying to say is when you focus on something that is for your purpose, your career, when you're thinking of your next path, and it's telling you all the reasons why you shouldn't do something, shift your perception into, well, what's all the reasons I can? What's all the reasons I should? You know, instead of it always being so towards the negative, or, oh, I'm too tired to do it today. Okay, well, try just 5 minutes. If you scheduled an hour and you don't have the time to do an hour, just do 5 minutes. Because a lot of times we will be like, well, I scheduled 30 minutes and I don't have time to do 30 minutes, so I'm just going to put it off till tomorrow. Don't put it off completely, because honestly, if you just take a couple minutes just to do the task, even if you don't get it finished, you're still that much more ahead. And also, you keep the momentum going. When you tend to stop and start something, it always seems harder to start it back when you're starting it almost from square one, versus when you already have some done. It kind of gives you motivation that, you know what, it's not going to feel as long as you thought it would. So don't negate having time to just take little baby steps, even if you can't do what you initially had planned, because I feel like your mental space is holding you back. Your mind is really holding you back from achieving things, and it's time for you to shift how you're looking at stuff. Next card we have here is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming new world into being. Ooh wee. Now, when you think of something in a negative aspect, you think of all the discouraging things that can happen. Wow, I really can't talk today. All the discouraging things that can happen. And what happens is when you think of all this negative stuff, you actually bring yourself down. You demotivate yourself from actually wanting to achieve things. But when you think of something of, oh wow, I could have this kind of life or that kind of life, and I could be doing this, and I can have, financial freedom, and the freedom to do whatever I want, to cater to my family, yada yada yada. When you dream of that and you look into your life of having all these new things, all these things that you can achieve, what you're doing is you're actually psychologically just shifting your perspective on a new world, something new that you can bring into, and something that's almost close and tangible. A lot of times they say that, your mind can't tell the difference between reality and what isn't, in the dreaming world. So when you take time to imagine these things, you can still pick up on the feeling, you can pick up on smells and stuff like that, because your brain remembers a lot of different things. You don't actually have to physically have it. So I feel like when you are shown more of the opportunities that you can build in your life, it's going to help push you further to going towards that goal. Also, it's going to help you for those times when that negative voice does come in and does tell you, you can't do XYZ. Let's look a little further into this. So we have here the priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So this is definitely about leadership. It's about different ways you can achieve. So currently, say example, you're working on a project, okay, and you're not doing anything towards it. Okay, one of the ways you can step is just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes every day you dedicate, no matter what, that you will do at least 5 minutes. If you do more, congratulations, but at least dedicate to just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes of doing it and take that lead. If you are doing it, if you are taking, steps and you find that it's not going anywhere, try taking a lead of trying a different aspect, trying a different avenue. A lot of times there are people out there have walked the road that we are trying to walk, and it's easy for you to actually these days to just kind of get insights from them. There's so much videos and interviews and books and stuff like that of people that have come before us that have done the same task, where they share their tips and they share, their progress and what they went through, their good and their bad. So if you ever feel like you're stuck in a situation, try researching what another person went through, what they did to get themselves out of struggles, what they did to keep them motivated and keep pushing forward. And don't wait for the times when you're stuck. Do it on a constant basis. One of the practices I love doing is per day, choosing one particular person that I admire and just listening or reading stuff all about them. Like, say example, today I chose Nipsey Hussle. I would listen to his songs. I would listen to his interviews. I would read any interview that I can, anything that I could find where it's actually his words. And I would tap into his mental space. And a lot of people be like, well, why would you do that? The reason why is learning from another person's perspective. I can't literally live in a day of a life of that person if I don't personally know them, right? So my theory is, okay, if I listen to a much of their words and what they put out there, then I can get a perspective and an idea of what they've been through, what things they do, and how they progress and how they moved. And it's amazing because when you do that and then the next day you do it for another person and the next day you do it for another person, you'll be able to connect the dots of all the things that's similar for each person that does, and at the same time all the things that people do differently but still got to the same destination at the end. So it's really, really magnificent to see other people's perspective. We have here the no card. It says wait, postpone, pause, say no. I feel like right now there's been whatever you've been doing, whether you've been doing nothing or you've been doing a little bit, I feel like whatever you've been doing hasn't been working. And I feel like it's time for you to regroup. It's time for you to just collect yourself and be like, okay, this is my goal. This is what I want to do. How can I achieve that? How can I change what I'm currently doing so that I can progress in the future? And don't look so much far at the end goal per se, because a lot of times it can be intimidating when you look at the end results, where if you focus on just the baby steps, like say example, you have 10 lessons. Lesson one, just focus on lesson one. Then within lesson one, break them out into chapters. Okay, within lesson one, there's 10 chapters. Okay, perfect. I'm going to do one chapter a week. Great. Only focus on that one chapter. Now you have one chapter a week. Okay, now out of that one chapter, I have, X amount of pages. Okay, every single day I'm going to do only 5 pages. Break it down. It's so much easier when you can break them down into smaller things. If you look at, oh my God, I have 10 lessons and it's like 300 pages. Oh my God, how am I going to get this down? So when you break it down into, okay, just 5 pages a day per lesson, it's so much easier. It's so, your brain is just like, yeah, that's doable. I can totally do that. I can read everywhere I'm going. That's totally tangible. So when you break it down and you really dissect it into that little nitty gritty, it will help you stay motivated because you'll feel like a task that can be done instead of a challenge you're going towards. The next card we have here is Star Mother. Can you mother yourself? I love this card because I feel like it's a reminder that anytime a friend or a family member needs advice, we always support them and tell them, it's okay, keep going forward, keep pushing through, you can do it, I believe in you, just it's not always going to be like this, and we'll be so comforting and so caring. But then when we don't do something that we had expectations for, or we failed in our eyes, or whatever, now we can be so down on ourselves saying, oh, you're dumb and you're this, and why didn't you take the time? Why did you watch that extra show and you didn't read the book and you didn't study and you didn't do this? And we can be so down on ourselves. This card is a reminder that treat yourself like a mother would a child. Treat yourself like you would if you were giving advice to a friend. Be that nurturing person for yourself, because whenever you feel like you kind of got stuck and you fell down, by giving yourself this nurturing energy, this loving energy yourself, because all means we're not always going to have people around us to do it, right? Or be there for us. So when you're doing it for yourself, you actually will be having less time on the ground. You'll be picking yourself up a lot more and dusting yourself off. So it's really good if you can get your perspective and your mindset to be more nurturing to you, to seeing the future into a positive, taking a pause to see what you can change in order to, develop and make better, and how you can lead, how you can step up, how you can grow. Let's see what's been blocking you, which you don't see. It says, feel loved and proud. What a beautiful way to end the reading. Feel loved and proud. A lot of times, if we were to go back to the same scenario of the 10 lessons, we will be like, okay, when I get to the 10 lessons, then I'm going to celebrate. No. Celebrate that week that you read 25 pages. You didn't finish, but you've read 25 pages. Congratulate yourself. Love yourself. Be proud of what you have accomplished. No little task is too little for you to congratulate yourself for. It's still one step ahead more than you were the day before, more than you were a couple hours ago. Okay, so taking those baby steps of feeling proud and feeling love in those moments for when you are taking action, for when you are pushing through, it's okay. And those days where you feel down, like, you just can't do it, and you take that day to just, what, I'm just going to relax today. It's okay to love yourself in those moments too, because you knew that you were in the right mindset to do it, so you took a little breather. It's okay to be proud in those moments too, because you're giving yourself self-love. Don't get caught in it, because one day can turn into a whole week, okay, and then you're really behind. But if it's just one day, or that you just took a couple hours just for you, and then you went on and you did some work, you may have not done as much pages, but at least you still gave yourself self-love, because at the end of the day, we can really drown ourselves in so much work and forget to just give us self-love. So honestly, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I do wish you all the best on this journey. It all starts with your mental space, so start there and then work your way towards everything else, and you'll see things will become a lot easier. Until next time, it's your girl Sunshine. This is... Oh my God. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Remember to hit that bell so you're always keeping up with the latest. Check out YU Tarot for all readings all about you. Social media. We got Instagram, our website, Facebook, you name it, we got it. Listen, honestly, I started YU Tarot so seekers can have a source for readings all about that, where they can learn to prosper through love and light and find wisdom that they are seeking. Now, it can be in just one word that I say, or it can be the whole damn video. Thank you all for the love and support. I really appreciate it. See you in the next one.